Well, hey guys, how's it going? My name is of course the only one Glitcher, and I'm bringing you fellow Matters and Crafters yet another super awesome Minecraft episode. And in today's episode, guys, I've got a midweek Q&A for you guys regarding the next title update for Minecraft Console Edition, which includes PS4, PS3, PS Vita, Xbox One, and of course the Xbox 360. Now, one thing I want to quickly tell you is I haven't recorded any gameplay purely because my Elgato is broke. I do have two PlayStation systems. I also have an Xbox 360, but guys, my Elgato capture card is at the moment broke, and I do record off the PlayStation sometimes, but my PS4 is at my dad's house, and that's where I would usually record gameplay. But anyway guys, let's jump right into this. You'll notice that the intro is kind of going on, and I'm speaking over it, but I'll mute the sound at the intro. But anyway guys, jumping into the first question this week. Do you think that the new biomes are definitely going to be coming in the next update? Now, my answer to this question, guys, is simply yes. The next big title update for Minecraft console will be the 1.8 update, where they finish off all the 1.8 features. But what they meant by the next few updates will be small, guys, is mainly because they're going to be implementing the 1.7.2, i.e. the update that changes the world features, or the remaining features anyway, such as, you know, bigger nether portal sizes, the amplified terrain, possibly servers and realms, custom skins, also the new biomes, but they've already confirmed that, and you know, the new fishing system along with the new fish and the new potion of underwater breathing, and of course the new enchantment Lure and Lock of Sea. So they're the two new enchantments, and they are the 1.7.2 features. Then we have the bigger features, the 1.8, you know, new mobs, the ocean monuments, other things such as the banners, the slime blocks, the armor stands, and various other small little features like that, such as the granite, diorite, and andesite block. And yeah, so the 1.8 features update I think will be one big update, and then in between them working on that, I think they've finished not implementing, but you know what I mean, working on the new biomes now, so that we're just waiting for them to announce a release date for that, or some, you know, some kind of information regarding that, and what's going on there. So you know, we'll see some news about that sometime soon. And then after that, I think they'll work on the fishing, the nether portal sizes, and the amplified terrain, because it's not a very big feature, guys. These features are quite small, and the 1.7.2 update was fairly big, but these features to implement, other than the biomes, because you know it doubles the amount of biomes, are really like, they're not hard features to implement, which is what I really don't understand. They're not that hard, to be fair. But anyway guys, yeah, I've talked enough about this question, so jumping into the next question. Do you think that the Xbox 360, PS4 and PS Vita, if you count that as a last gen console, will ever stop getting new features and content eventually? Now guys, my answer to this question is simply yes. Eventually in the far future. I've got this question quite a few times now, and I've also answered it every single time, so I'm just going to answer it one more time. So basically, when you know, I need to stop saying that's not a good word to use, but when the last gen consoles, you know, the PS3 and the Xbox 360, and I think also the PS Vita, don't have, like, it's out of the console makers, you know, out of the console makers' hands. Like, they don't have the power to keep using the console, there's no storage on it, and it's not a powerful enough console, or one of the more stronger consoles which can handle, you know, all these really complex features, and they require a better graphics card, and also require more memory space on the hard drive of the computer, so that's going to be a problem. But that, I would say, is at least 8 years from now, so we've got a while. And of course guys, we've also got to wait. I think, guys, if they do stop bringing out, you know, content for the Xbox 360 and PS3 for various reasons, it will be because the new consoles are out, and obviously they need to still implement features for the PS4 and the Xbox One, so it'll be the PS5, and I'm not sure about the Xbox, but there'll be a new Xbox, but that's in like 3 or 4 years from now, guys. We don't really need to worry about that, and it's just a possible thing which I've been, you know, my mind's been playing on, and I'm not quite sure whether that will happen, but you know, it's a possibility, so unfortunately that could happen, but there's a rare chance, if you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, guys, moving on to the next question. Do you think that there is a high chance of not seeing the new amplified terrain on the last gen consoles, and we'll only be seeing it on the current gen consoles, therefore it'll be a exclusive for the PS4 and Xbox One? The answer to this question, guys, is possibly. You know, there's quite a high, like 50-50 chance of this happening, mainly because I've mentioned this various amounts of times, loads of times, guys. Several is another word you could use, but you know, they are less powerful, therefore they can hold less capacity, and you know that they can hold less, like software, you know, data files, system memory, and of course hardware, so therefore it will be much harder for them to run the amplified terrain on the last gen consoles, purely because it requires a good beefy as the Mojang team refer to on the PC edition of Minecraft, computer or console. So therefore it's basically telling you that you need a strong, really good high-end computer or console. Now obviously the PS4, all of them are 500 gigabytes, which brings me to the conclusion that it would be easy for the PS4 to run the amplified terrain. I'm not sure about the Xbox One, I haven't actually checked that, but you know, that means that it's more likely to be coming on the Xbox One and PS4, and obviously the world sizes are much smaller, whereas you can get up to 36 times bigger worlds on the next gen consoles and platforms, and you know, it's going to be hard to implement. If we did get them on the last gen consoles, then obviously there's only going to be like 2 new biomes if you haven't already explored the whole world, or you create a new world. There'd be about 2 new biomes, maybe a maximum of 3, and then you could get the slight possible chance of seeing an amplified terrain, but that's if they do actually implement that, because I know that they're 100% obviously getting new biomes, but I'm not sure about amplified terrain, because it's just one of those harder features to implement for a less powerful, you know, weaker console, and it's just going to be quite hard to add as a feature overall. Probably one of the hardest, unfortunately, but that's just the harsh reality of the game. But anyway, guys, let's hop right into the next question, because I've talked about this question too much. Anyway, guys, moving on to the next question. What is your most desired mob or animal to see in the awesome game of Minecraft? Now, this is quite a hard one, guys. For me personally, I really like to see crocodiles or snakes. Basically, because it would be really cool, although we've already got, you know, venomous various types of mobs, such as the witch and the cave spider, which can poison you. You know, there's not that many mobs which can poison you. Obviously the wither skeleton does that weird thing to you, it kind of like hypnotizes you in a way, and then you get them black hearts come up and you die very fast because he's throwing the wither skulls at you, and it's really hard to defeat, and he poisons you. I'd really like to see a snake, because you know, the ones which carry venom can obviously kill you and then infect you with venom, and then of course when they become infected and end up dying, which would be really cool to see on the game of Minecraft. And this is a really cool concept to me, which I would love to see, and I think it'd make a great game. Now the crocodile, on the other hand, would have to be a underwater mob, or on, it would actually, in fact, other than squids, it would be the only mob, because I'm pretty sure that the guardians stay, you know, in the middle at the bottom of the ocean. Be the only mob to like float on top of the sea, and this would have to like spawn in a swamp biome, because you don't really see them in the sea that much. You see them more in lakes and other places, you know, ponds, etc. Mainly in Australia. You can of course get them in other countries, but Australia's kind of popular for, you know, getting those rarer species and animals which are more dangerous and more at risk of being killed or attacked by the animals there. So yeah guys, obviously the crocodile would be really cool, but I think I'd rather to see a snake than a crocodile in the game of Minecraft. But anyway guys, that's just my opinion. Let's move on to the next question. Last question this week, unfortunately guys, is when do you think the 1.9 update will be released on Minecraft Console Edition? Now seriously and honestly guys, it took them a whole year. This year I'm predicting it'll come out in December or November time, the big update, to implement one massive update. So the 1.9 is going to be a big update, therefore I think it'll be out there by the end of next year at least, or hopefully halfway through next year. If not guys, I'm going to be very disappointed. But my prediction for the 1.9 release date on consoles, and obviously I haven't even finished it yet, so it's quite a tough one, but I think we should at least see it by September next year, or October possibly. But you know, the likelihood of that is very low, and slim, so I think we'll see it in December, unfortunately. But anyway guys, that about wraps up this Q&A. I hope you enjoy it. If you did, be sure to drop a like, as it does let me know that you did enjoy the video and you liked it in general, and also subscribe if you like your daily Minecraft content. Now with that being said, I'll catch you next time. Bye!